You're listening to the Mad Positivity Pos'Cast,
helping you find your freedom.
Broadcasting live from London.
What's up? You're listening to the Mad Positivity Podcast. We're back again with episode 6. 6 episodes, Russ. 6 episodes deep. What are you saying?
Who'd have thought? It took us 6 months, but we're 6 episodes deep. It finally happened. And that brings us on to what we're talking about today.
Exactly. Good segue. See that?
Taking.
That was fluid. It's like it grew there.
Exactly, yeah. But that's it, yeah. So we're talking about taking action today.
That's it. Getting it done.
Becoming an action taker. Taking action. Don't think, just do.
Yes.
Plunging off the cliff and falling down and building a parachute on the way. All the stuff that's holding you back, the procrastination, the thoughts that you aren't worthy enough, that get too analytical, too much logic, it just holds you back. The mind will give you a million reasons.
What is holding you back? What is holding you back, really, apart from yourself? You know?
I think, like, sometimes...
Do you think it's setting too high a goal or setting too much? Baby steps. Going back to baby steps again, see?
Fear of failure, I'd say.
I think that's the problem. See, that is my big thing. You shouldn't have a fear of failure. You should have a fear of not failing. Mm-hmm. That's what you should have a fear of. Because when you're a kid, you fall over. You get back up. You learn not to, you learn not to fall over. Everything you do is a fail, and you learn from that failure. Mm-hmm. Learn to enjoy failing. Learn something through it. I'll tell you what, fail, document it, write a blog post about it.
Yeah.
Other people can learn from it. You don't fail, you learn. Mm-hmm. That's it. I said that to you before. I said, like, I've spent a lot of money on courses, and I've spent a lot of money on different businesses, and they haven't gone well. I either win or I pay for lessons. That's how I look at it.
True that.
You know? Yeah. That's it. There's no fail. Learn. It's a lesson. Just fail and then fail better next time. Mm-hmm. And then fail even better than that. Said it many times. Winston Churchill said it. Yep. Success is going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. And that's the fucking key to everything. That is that mindset. That mindset. It doesn't matter if you fail 100 times, because that 101th time you may win. What you should be scared that you don't start. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You've got to, and 0 to 1 is the key. That's it. Getting off your ass. Put the fucking PlayStation controller down. Put that cookie down. Do it. Get up. Go out. Get the muscles. Go on. Get the job you wanted. Do it. Come on. Get in the car. Go for a run. You want to do that marathon? Get it done. Do it.
I'm a cop, you idiot.
I'm a cop, you idiot. Put the cookie down. Come on. You've got to do it. If you want to run a marathon, yeah, don't just sit there and go, I'm going to run a marathon. You're not going to. You're not going to do it unless you get out there and walk. If you've got to walk, yeah, drag your ass up and down the road, yeah? Then slowly go into like a weird sort of walky joggy, for a couple of weeks, and then go swimming and then build it up. You're not going to start. You're not going to come in at the top. You're just not going to do it. And you've got to learn it's the process. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the climb. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's it. You've got to do it. Really, what it boils down to is, what is stopping you? Nothing. Nothing is stopping you. Nothing at all, apart from you. You're your own wall. You know what I mean? And how do I overcome that? How do you overcome that? Teach that mindset. How do you teach mindset? That's it. How do you teach that positivity to get them to say, listen, get up and go get it done.
Yeah.
You lazy bitch. Conquer your inner bitch.
Conquer your inner bitch. That's the next. Don't be a Mel and conquer your inner bitch.
Conquer your inner bitch.
It's going to be a line of t-shirts one day.
There you go.
But no, as you said, like Winston Churchill, without losing enthusiasm. So if you are pursuing something, that the work is something that you loathe every day, something that you don't,
we've all been there.
You don't enjoy every day.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Then you're not going to do it, because, not to sound cheesy, but the saying goes, if it's an unhappy journey, there's going to be an unhappy result.
That's it.
Okay? And that's what's going to happen. So it's like you said, fall in love with the process, finding something that you can fall in love with and do every single day, so that the failure doesn't matter, because you're going to keep picking yourself back up, dusting off and going again.
Enjoy the process.
And have that childlike mentality.
You've
hit the nail on the head again, because Kids, they
Be like
literally
rubber.
will just keep, be like rubber, but they keep bouncing back. It's always a new experience. They're thinking about the end goal, but also enjoying what they're doing. But as we get older, I find we just become too analytical about things. We become too logistic.
Do you reckon that's media? Not just self-worth, but because we live in like a social media style world, everyone wants to be sort of have that gratification from others.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they're too worried about everyone else's opinion when your opinion should be the one that matters the most. And that is fear of being judged, being ridiculed, from them seeing you foul.
Pisses me off. You should, if you've got friends that ridicule you and judge you like that, and they say you can't do it, it's not that you can't. There's no such thing as can't. You just won't. And those sort of people you don't want to be hanging around with.
No.
You know what I mean? You want people who are going to go. If you say, I went out and I jogged for 5 minutes today, you want someone to turn around and go, oh my word, well done. Well done. Do you know what I mean? This is superb. It's like what we said the other day, baby showers. You know, women have baby showers,
yep.
right? Why don't we have business showers where, like,
love it.
A mate of mine's got, like, a business. Oh, we all go round there and we don't, like, tell him how well he's done and everything else. We buy his shit. We big him up. We promote it. We do it. That's the sort of people you should be around. That's the circle of friends you want to be doing. All that positivity, a circle of positivity, not a circle of people with trout power.
Yeah.
Like rainbow smile, upside down. Do you know what I mean? You just want to say to them, fuck off out of my life. I can't look at you. You're just that miserableness, that Monday morning miserableness we spoke about this before.
Yeah.
Getting on the train and looking at them all. Oh my God, why? Why are you doing it? Just go home. If you don't want to be there that badly, is your life that bad that you're stuck? Mm-hmm. You know, you're your own ball and chain.
You are.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Surround yourself with positive people.
Well,
and if you can't, hit me up. I'll ring you every day and tell you how positive it is. I'll tell you how beautiful you are. I'll tell you how nice your hair looks. I'll tell you what amazing beard you've got. You got great shoes. Whatever. Do you know what I mean? A smile. Say it to somebody. Walk past somebody who looks a bit down and just say, oh, you've done something here. You look beautiful. Throw a compliment. Anything. That smile. Put that smile on their face.
No one can get angry and answer back negatively if you give them a compliment.
And if they do, give them another compliment.
Yeah. My first job as a gym instructor, like back in 2006, I was one of my tactics told by me by my mentor, my manager at the time, was the best way to interrupt someone during their workout or whatever they're doing, they're warming up, it's just to pay them a compliment. So if you say, I really like your trainers, they'll go, oh yeah, thanks for a lot. Like, where did you get them from? Follow it up from there.
Nice guns.
If you literally just go straight in with like what you want, you're not going to get it back.
Yeah.
But also, like, the whole action thing is like, you know, you want to grab life by the balls, not let life kick you in the balls.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Life could be kicking you in the balls every day.
Yep.
Your balls fucking ache.
But I'll have a big smile. Achy balls and a big smile.
Or you leave your balls at home. You know, you don't bring the balls with you.
Wear a cup.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Wear some balls protectors.
But you want to grab life by the balls. And do you know what one of the biggest shifts for me was? And you know I'm always on about mindset and all that bollocks, right? But that fluffy shit works, trust me.
It's key.
And I've always said it, that these entrepreneurs, these people that are doing really great in life, but successful with all areas, they're following certain belief systems, certain habits, certain rituals. Yeah. It can't be fucking divine intervention that they're all achieving great things.
Yeah.
But one of the biggest things that was told to me that is everything in life is impermeable. And what I mean by impermeable is you take a deep breath right now, you'll never get that breath back. It's gone.
Oh, I like that.
And then secondly, everyone's living their life like they're invincible. Okay? We have delusions of invincibility.
I'll get them regularly.
And I've been around you when you've done that. And we'll maybe come into them stories later.
Yeah,
One resulted in some broken ribs.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
however, we won't get onto that.
Yeah.
We live our lives.
You can put the video up.
Like we are literally invincible and we're never going to die. And I know it sounds quite morbid, but if you knew the date and time of your death, so if I knew that I was going to be 73 in December, I'm 33 years now, I've got 40 years left on this earth. I might speak to that girl I haven't spoken to. I might go for that promotion. I might start that business. I might start that fitness venture. I might climb that mountain or whatever it may be. Because I'm now thinking, fuck, the time is ticking. Have you seen that film with Justin Timberlake called In Time?
Do you know what? I haven't, and you keep telling me to watch it.
It's a great film.
I know the premise of it.
And they have a year. They have like a LED on their forearm with a year on their clock. So they've got 1 year. So when they're born, until they're 18 years old, that year doesn't start counting down. So that year can't be used, it can't be exchanged. And we're always saying about people are too busy.
Spoiler alert, by the way.
Too busy dying rather than living. We kind of live our life until we're like 17, 18.
Yeah.
And then we start dying because we sell out to the system, to social expectancies, what our parents tell us we should do, what is worthy of everyone else, when no one gives a fuck and no one's there when you're not happy and you're at home and you're sad or whatever it may be.
But yet when you're happy and you've got a good job and a lot of money, everyone
wants to be around you.
Yeah, so you've got a lot of friends all of a sudden.
And that's not good. And like, so what happens is when they get to 18, they get this heartbeat that goes through them, and then the clock starts counting down.
What, a year?
1 year. They've got 1 year left on the clock. But the only way to get that time back is they might earn, 20 minutes for doing a day's work. But it might cost them 3 minutes for a coffee.
So there's no money?
There's no money. The money is time. So every currency is done through that time. So they've got a year left of their life. I can also hold risk for you, like an old Roman handshake. Yeah. And I can give you some of my time. I can also take some from you.
Okay.
There's even a scene where they're like arm wrestling for time and stuff. But the main thing I got from that, which was kind of linked into what I was saying about everyone lives like they're invincible, is that, look...
If you knew.
If you knew. Yeah, if you knew. Like, I even used to say to my students, like, the reason why we should work on our health and fitness is we have something called our stroke volume. And your stroke volume of your heart is the amount of blood it can pump around your body in one stroke. Okay. So if you make your heart fitter and stronger by eating a better diet, exercising, getting out of your comfort zone, sweating for half an hour more than you would do, your stroke volume would be stronger. Meaning that it will be able to pump blood around your body more efficiently. Okay. So if it's more efficient and doing less effort, it will improve and lengthen your lifespan. Imagine instead of having that clock, it said, look, John, you've only got 3.5 million heartbeats left. So how about if
you want to get fitter, so your body...
So you're doing 1,000 a day. But if I said to you, by you just eating more greens, getting up a bit earlier and working out, stressing less, meditating, following your passion, fucking all the bullshit off that you're trying to pay for and deliver to please everyone else, and you might do 60 beats a day instead of 600 beats a day instead of 1,000. We're like, now we've added on 10 years of your life. But if you're living that life where you're not taking action, you're not doing that, then maybe you don't want to live those extra 10 years. It's about getting that passion back for life in general.
I read a study.
So you want to do it.
I read something about this. It's funny. You should say that. I read a study about omega-3 and omega-6.
Yeah, your essential fatty acids.
Right. So what you're supposed to have in your body, like I might be butchering this, you can tell me, is a 1-to-1 ratio. Right? But ever since the war, we've been processing food. But when they process food, like you might have 1 to 10 or 1 to 15. So one of them, I think it's omega-3 controls inflammatory, omega-6 makes you inflammatory. So you could get bigger and smaller, and that's why. But because your body's going through that sort of stress, it causes more cancers. And they reckon that since the war, obviously the cancer level and everything else has gone exponentially, and it's because we're processing food, and because of like that whole omega-3, omega-6 thing. It was a really amazing talk that a lady gave on it about the brain and how the front cortex works at the back, and how when you're stressed and you're thinking of something, you get really tired because that brain's working so hard, it uses so much energy. So if you think about it in negative energy, when we say negative energy, you think, oh, he's gone all fucking spiritual. Where's your prayer boots, you wanker? Do you know what I mean? It's not like that. What I mean is, I heard this lady talking about it, and it's right.
Namaste.
Negative and positive energy. Now, positive energy, right? Therefore, if this is a real thing now, and I didn't realise this, negative and positive energy. Yeah, it's not about chi and your chakras and all that crap. But what it is if you believe in it, fair play to you. Don't hate me in that, right? She was saying that negative energy uses physically more energy because you're stressed and you can't think of anything. She's saying, you ever put your keys in your pocket, right? And you go, I can't find my keys, I'm getting stressed. But they're in your pocket, but you can't see them. You can't physically, you're like, oh, I can't, because that negative energy, your brain is goes into that flow. But positive energy, you're using less of it. You're not as stressed. The serotonin level has gone up in your brain. So that's a real thing. Negative and positive energy.
Mate, honestly, I'm not 100% with the fish oils, with the omega.
No, I just heard you say, do you know what, I'm going to get her on.
No,
get her on the podcast and we'll talk to her, because it was fascinating.
I'm not sure which one does what, so I'm not going to quote that.
No, but either way, it is one or the other.
But your essential fatty acids are important, but you're saying about your body and the way you are. Like when we're a baby or when we're in the womb, okay, you're in the fetal position and everything is flexed. And the reason why everything is flexed is to protect you. It's to keep you dormant. So when you're stressed, you don't go,
No, you tense.
You tense and your shoulders go down, your head leans forward and everything like that. And that is a stress form. But when you're in a great mood or you're surprised or happy and excited, you open up so your body extends.
Yeah.
All your joints, your elbows, your knees, everything extends. And going back to what you were saying about food, the crazy thing is that in the last 25 years, food has changed more than it has in the last 2,500 years. So all this processed food, you don't know where your meats are coming from, everything else. So, of course, there's going to be more cancer.
They said it's because of the
body shapes are changing.
We're feeding cows with grains and wheats and that. It's in grass.
The population's grown.
Yeah.
There's more people that need it, but essential fatty acids, which you can get through fish oil supplements, through eating just fish, oily fish stuff, is amazing for serotonin. And if you don't know what serotonin is your feel-good hormone. You release it when you have sex, you release it when you smile for a certain amount of time, when you exercise, when you do drugs, okay? This is why you get a come down for like up to a week. I don't know if through personal experience, just through friends and stuff and, just looking into it. But when you...
That come down's obviously...
if you drop like 5 pills or do a bag of Charlie, you're releasing a week's worth of serotonin. You are feeling like Charlie Large bananas. You are on top of the world, high as a kite. But what goes up must come down.
Yeah,
it's equilibrium. That's why there's positive and negative. That's why there's red blood cells and white blood cells, everything else. And you're paying that back. So physically and mentally, you just can't get back to that state until it's come back. But also, stress can be something that heightens cortisol, because cortisol is the opposite to serotonin. And cortisol is a stress hormone. Cortisol can come from bad posture. It can be from being undernourished, from being tired, for lack of sleep, through fatigue, even through your workouts. That's why they say it's optimum to work out 45 minutes to an hour, because all these stresses on the body can get you to release cortisol. So to combat that, to keep the balance, eating a healthy, rich diet of omega-3s, omega-6, your essential fatty acids, getting plenty of sleep, plenty of rest, spending time with people
Sleep's a big one.
that are positive as well. And it does attract stuff. And I know you were saying about getting to, too spiritual and energy and stuff. It really does work. Positive and negative energy.
But when someone puts it like that, it goes from spiritual to just fucking common sense.
It really does.
Like if your negative energy uses more energy, it gives you a headache. Why do you want to do that?
This
why do you
might
want to
just
surround
be
yourself with people like that?
exactly.
You know what I mean? Why
wouldn't
would you want that? You don't. You don't fucking want that.
No, and you get energy vampires as well.
Oh, Jesus.
Energy vampires are like...
I'm around them most
You have
days.
smashed your day. You woke up, you've had your workout, you come back, give your missus a seeing to, you've seen your kids, you've had a shower, off you go, work's going fine, great train journey, whatever it is, and then you meet that one person for 5 minutes and you just want to kill yourself after. Because they're an energy vampire. Because it's like, woe is me. They're probably condescending, patronising, whatever it may be. I've come across these people as well. We probably all know an energy vampire.
I'm quite blunt, right?
So
with people, yeah. I'm quite brutal, quite blunt with people, and I'm one of the first people to just say, "You're just sucking the life out of me. Will you fuck off?" Seriously, and you've got to tell them. I feel. And I don't want to come across as nasty. I don't want to be that way. But at the same time, I feel like I'm doing them a justice by saying to them, "What are you fucking doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing, really?
Yeah.
Knocking on you. Why? Why do you feel this way? If you do, why do you just keep on about it? Why don't you do something about it?
Yeah.
You want to tell people. You got to tell. I think you have to speak to them. I know some people don't want to be standoffish. They don't want confrontation, but there's positive confrontation, and that's taking action in itself. You're taking action to pick someone up on their attitude, that's not good, and that might help them. They might walk away from that thinking, maybe they're right. Maybe I need to do something. Or they walk away thinking, he's a right arsehole. There's something wrong with them. You know what I mean? That's it. There's something wrong with them, and you tell them, say, you can't see it yourself. Everyone in this room is telling you. You need to do something about it. Just stop for a minute. Go take 5 minutes. Have a cup of tea. You know what I mean? Have a hug with someone. Ask someone for a hug.
But you can choose how you react, but you can also choose how you feel. So you don't have to pass that energy on. You don't have to take it on. And it's something that I'm really, 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 really trying to practice all the time, is being conditioned to my own energy, being conditioned to my own level. It's called being conditioned to your own vibrations. It's not like we're vibrating in our chairs right now, right? But if you think about it, You might
You're
want to Google
emitting
this.
something. I know what you said.
But
You're emitting something.
how many miles an hour the Earth spins? Okay, if you're one of the flat earthers, then tune out now, right?
Please.
Okay.
Listen, we'll have one on that. I want to get someone on.
However many miles an hour the Earth is spinning,
I've got to know now.
if you hold your hand in front of your face like this, John, still, it's actually moving. Because we are moving at whatever speed it is. Also, when it comes to like vibration, it's like, if there was a scale from like 0 to 10, 10 being the highest form, where you're like a guru, spiritual Buddha, to right down the bottom where you're a victim in life, you're a cynic, you blame everything and everyone for your problems, you even get yourself depressed looking in the mirror, you sedate yourself rather than having fun, you've turned this, that, and the other. You're vibrating at a very low level. And you're going to go, is it 1,000?
1,000 miles an hour.
1,000 miles an hour.
Give or take. 1,000 miles an hour.
What I'm trying to say is that we have certain levels where we're vibrating our energy levels at. So say today I'm feeling an 8 out of 10 for energy. And then you come over, you're one of these energy vampires, and I've got about 20 seconds where I can get myself down to a 3 with you, or I can keep myself at an 8. And it's all about being conditioned to your own vibration so that you have, once again, this is taking action, so you can take action on this, so you can consciously do this, not subconsciously. Because if you can take over the subconscious and consciously think about things, you're taking action on that moment to say, look, I'm not giving you my energy, I'm going to stay at an 8, because I'm going to be unconditioned to everything else. And the way to explain this, I got this from a woman called Abraham Hicks. Okay, Abraham Hicks, one of the most soothing voices I've ever heard of a life coach. She's amazing. I listen to her like 2-3 times a week. She said the way you can be conditioned to your own vibrations and have unconditional thoughts, meaning that it doesn't change, is the same way you have unconditional love for your kids. So you've got 8 kids, you've got like 3-4 of their youngest, right?
Yep.
So you've got Ralph, you've got Immy, you've got George. So whether they're kicking you in the shin or fast asleep, you might think, look, you're a little shitbag, stop doing what you're doing. Or they're asleep and they're a little angel. Yep. But does your level of love for them ever change?
Never.
Never. Because you have what? Unconditional love for them.
Yeah, that's it.
Can't you have...
It's me for teaching them, isn't it?
Unconditional thoughts towards your goals. Unconditional thoughts to the way you feel. Unconditional thoughts to the way you think.
Yeah.
So that you can use that same unconditional love. So it doesn't matter whether they're, boom, kicking you in the shin, dad, give me some money, your shit, all that, or they're fast asleep, I love you, hugs. You still have the same level of love for them because it's unconditional. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's how it's practicing it. I'm still practicing well. And that allows you to take action as well because you don't worry about everyone else. There is a book, I can't remember who it's written by, but if you Google it,
Go on.
it's called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
Oh, Mark Monson.
Mark Monson, there we go. So Mark Monson, Subtle Art of Not
See if
Giving
I've
a
got that.
Fuck.
I'm sure that's it. I'm sure it's Mark Monson. The Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
Because if you look at it this way, like you're not
I
going
think
to,
it's Mark Monson.
you're not going to pay your bills with other people's opinions, are you?
No.
And other people's comments. And the opinions don't count, the results do. Look, if you're doing your own thing over and over and over again and you're not producing results, then maybe listen to the critiques.
Yeah, Mark Monson, I was right. There you go.
Maybe
See,
listen to
pick
the
up, Mark.
critiques. But if you are getting the results you want out of life by moving forward and taking action, fuck what everyone else says or thinks.
That's the key. That's the fucking... Listen, I read somewhere, they said when you stop caring about what other people think, you reach a dangerous level of freedom.
Massively.
Right? And I've got that. I really couldn't give two shit. It's none of... Listen, I wrote a blog post about this. I haven't posted it up yet. But it's none of your business, right, what other people think about you. It's none of your fucking business. And it's none of their business what you're doing with your life.
Yeah.
Yeah? That's it. If someone's got a negative thing to say about your life, yeah, it's your choice whether you listen to them or not.
Yeah.
If it's family, you might not have a choice, and you're like, yeah. Do you know what I mean? You can just brush it off. It's water off a duck's back. If it's a complete stranger, who the fuck are they? Do you know what I mean? Most people who give you negative shit when you say you're going to do something do it for 2 reasons. One, they're just jealous.
Yep.
And 2, it's because just because they can't do it doesn't mean it can't be done. People just say it's impossible. It means it's impossible for them. The very word impossible has the word I'm possible in it.
Love it.
Yeah, that's it. And that's the start. And that's the way you've got to look at it. It's not possible yet. Imagine, right, 60 years ago, I think it was 60, 70 years ago, the Wright brothers, I'm going to fly. Yeah, whatever, mate.
Yeah.
Couple of Hicks.
Up there with the birds.
You know what I mean? That's it, we're going to do it. They fucking did it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and within 50 years, what did we do with that invention? Strapped a fucking bomb to it. Do you know what I mean? And dropped it over. Like, the possibilities of what it is, that's not right, by the way. I'm not, you know what I mean? It's not the right thing to do. But what I'm saying is the possibility and what they've done with that, right, is endless.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? It's just people want to go that extra step. Do you know what I mean? We're not too far away from curing things like cancer. We're not too far if we haven't already got there. And you know, it's people wanting to go that extra distance. That's it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
People say, "Oh, I'm going to go run a marathon." You can't run a marathon. No, you can't run a marathon.
Yeah.
Not me. I'm telling you, I'm going to do it. My name's down on that paper. Just because you're mentally and physically weak, right, in your mind, right, doesn't mean I'm not. I mean, you could be slightly overweight, you could be sitting there, you could be eating biscuits, you could be watching telly. In your mind, you want to do something. If you're mentally fit enough, if you're mentally strong enough, right, get up, walk across the room, walk back again. That, in itself, is epic. Mm-hmm. Right? People go on about miracles and everything else like that. To me, a miracle is a midwife saving a baby, a single mum, like supporting her kids and going out and getting the shopping and coming back. That sort of thing, that takes mental toughness, right?
Of course, yeah.
And that's what your mindset you've got to take. It doesn't matter. If I stop, people suffer. If you stop, you suffer. Don't stop. Rest. Yeah? Rest. Slow down. Crawl on your fucking belly if you have to. But don't stop.
Yeah.
That's it. Keep fucking moving.
Keep moving.
That's it. And you will get better. You might not be able to walk upstairs. You might do 2 steps in the first week. Then you'll do 3. Then 4. Then 5. Then 6. Then 7. And it will progress. And that's it. And it's all about progression. Do not fucking stop. That's it. Take action every day. Massive fucking action.
Yeah. Massive.
And I mean like all out, Jesus Christ, I couldn't have given any more if I tried. But tomorrow I'm going to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Go teach yourself something new. Read a book a week. Don't tell me you haven't got time, because you have. Because I can guarantee you know everybody's fucking status on Facebook or everyone's Instagram post for a week, and you're all right spending 20 minutes doing that a day, or 30 minutes, or 40. If you go look around, right, tomorrow, go and sit on the train. Go to wherever you are. Go to London. Go to New York. Go to anywhere. Central Station. Somewhere where there's masses of people and 99.9% of everyone's looking down. Why are they looking down? Because they're looking at their phones. That's it. Put it down. Look around you. What are you looking for? What are you looking for? In the morning, right? I get up. I have breakfast. Make myself a cup of coffee. And lately, I've been trying to teach myself to do meditating. Like, even if it's for 5 minutes, just concentrate on my breathing and stuff like that. Then I might sit down with my coffee at the table and I might check social media. And what I'm doing is I go on to like Instagram or Facebook, like I'll go onto the motivational pages and I'll read those motivational comments just to give myself a bit of a boost. I love that. You know what I mean? Post a few myself and everything else like that before I do anything. And the next thing I do is I read the news. Read the finance, and I read like to go through it. And in my mind, when I'm reading the financial news, because I like trading, I like doing the stocks, I love that, you know, I'm educating myself. I'm doing a mental workout. When people say get up in the morning and exercise, that doesn't necessarily mean go lift weights, go do a run. No. That could be read a book, mental exercising. You're flexing your financial muscle.
Yeah. No, you are.
That's it. Anything to do with progression is key.
Yeah.
That's fucking key. Progression. You're moving. Keep moving forward. That's it. Nothing's going to stop you. Because I can tell you something now. If you go do something tomorrow, you get halfway through it and something goes wrong, right? It didn't go wrong at the start. It got wrong halfway through it. Go back to start again if you have to. If you can't start from where it was. But you progressed to that. You didn't just go wrong. You know? You could wake up with, you've got debt, toxic things in your life. Okay? If you get up and pay £5 off that debt, that's £5. You're £5 better off than what you was. That's £5 less interest you're going to have to pay. That's 5 minutes less, 10 minutes, an hour, a day less you're going to have to be in fucking debt. Okay? If you get up tomorrow and you do a 5-minute run, that's 5 minutes less you're going to have to fucking do, and that's 5 minutes more than what you did the week previous or the day previous. That's 5 minutes more than that fat fuck telling you you can't do it, or that guy saying to me you can't do this, you can't do stocks, you're never going to be able to do it. What's the point of doing this? What's the point of doing that? The naysayers. Why'd you bother going to the gym? Why'd you do it? This is it. It's all about progression. Be your own boss. You know what I mean? Don't listen to all these other fucking people, because secretly in their mind they're thinking, well, why can't I do that? And I guarantee when they walk away, they're on YouTube. How the fuck do how do I do stocks? How do I do shares? How do I trade in the forex market? Or these are the people that can't. They don't want to read a book, right? And these are the people that when you're successful, all of a sudden they'll be fucking kissing your ass.
Oh yeah,
they're the ones, because
they're all the secrets.
They're fucking. Like, what's the word for? Oxygen thieves.
Yeah.
Success thieves, right? Because these are the people that want the shortcut. The shortcut is the key. That's it. That's what I'm saying. They don't want to read the book. They don't want to start the podcast. They don't want to write the blog. They don't want to do the post. They don't want to make the fucking effort, right? These are the people that, when you've done it, they'll jump on and they'll suck the fucking life out of you. And the second things start to go wrong, it's at the time, they're gone. And we all know 1,000 people like that.
Yeah.
And you've got to cut that negative
and because
shit
they're too
out of your life.
Shit scared to do it themselves.
Yeah.
They're sitting back.
But yet they still got an opinion about how you should do it.
Yeah. They're going to sit back while you grow. They're going to put their 2 cents in. They're going to try and knock you back till you can't do it. But they're also secretly sitting back to see if you're going to fail. But they're not telling you that.
Yeah, to tell you I told you so.
And then if you don't fail, like you said, you get to it, they're going to be straight away like, oh, right, I trust in it now. Because I've seen the success.
Well, they'll say, I remember when he was this and we did this together. All of a sudden it's we. When you fail, it's you. When you win, it's we.
Yeah. That's very true. Yeah.
Now, I'm all for, right, everyone around me, and I've said it 1,000 times and I will say it every time, I'm all for my circle progressing with me. And if I can progress and bring them along, so be it. If the platform launches and it gets big, I want to big everyone up. I want their businesses I want this to be the business shower. I want to get them on there and I want to big all the business up. I'll push everything to them because I believe in that.
Yeah.
I believe in people's, it takes a lot of effort to be an entrepreneur. It's fucking hard.
No,
There's people like, you look on Instagram, all these entrepreneur lifestyles and these people sitting in Lamborghinis and women and jets. It's all bullshit, that is, right? It's not what it's like. I tell you what being an entrepreneur is like, it's fucking hard. You get up in the morning, some mornings you think, Jesus Christ, what am I doing? Other mornings you're like, whoa, look at this. Look what I've built. It is a roller coaster of up and down because you've got to constantly work at it. But we're the people who will do 100 hours for ourselves rather than 40 hours for someone else.
Yeah, 100%.
Because you want to build something.
Yeah.
That fulfillment that you get is amazing. It is like education. Don't tell me, right, that spending $5,000 on a course to teach yourself something, it's a bit expensive. But yet I'll settle for my shit, mediocre wage for 35 years of my life till I fucking retire unhappy, like to earn that money to do nothing. It's not. This is a short-term loss, long-term gain.
Yep.
Not the other way around. Do something about it. This is your life and it's ticking down. It's ending. 1 day, 1 second at a fucking time. And what are you going to do about it? Like that, you knew your life, you had a year. What would you do?
Yeah.
What's the first thing you'd fucking do? Everything. You'd think to yourself, how can I finance my life to do this? And why the fuck didn't I do it to this point?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not going to go, right, I'll go and claim universal credit and sit down and watch Game of Thrones again. I haven't watched that for a while. Ooh, I might watch Vikings.
Yeah.
You know? They're both fucking epic series, by the way.
Yeah, massive fan of Vikings. Yeah.
Game of Thrones
Inspired me to grow up
awesome. But what I'm saying is it's okay to have downtime. Just don't waste your fucking time.
Yeah.
You've got to rest. You have to.
You do.
That's part and parcel of recuperation and recovery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rest is it, and also reflection, recuperation, recovery, reflection. Fucking how many R's can I come up with? Yeah, that's it. Just to build up to it. But you need that downtime. Because for me, like, when I'm swimming, I think of fucking ideas. When I'm on a toilet, I think of ideas. When I'm sitting on the train and I have my eyes closed and sometimes I watch YouTube videos. I like to educate myself on things and watch videos and things. I like to watch Bloomberg and I like to watch the news. And I like to sort of financially keep myself like in the loop with everything and read about certain stuff, read books and everything else. And but the downtime is education time. It's not stop time. Yeah, it's down certain things and pick up something else.
Yeah.
You know.
And use your time efficiently.
Yeah, educate.
Everyone says I don't have the time, but if you're a commuter and you're on a train for 50 minutes either way,
that's when I really
nearly 2 hours a day to learn a new skill, educate yourself, study, everything else. Time management, we always say we're not great at it, but we're getting better at it. Having a schedule. Being an entrepreneur means you have no boss. And one of the hardest things of not having no boss is having no boss. Because you don't boss yourself. If you don't schedule things in, if you don't set yourself a diary, if you don't set daily, weekly, monthly tasks and goals that you want to work towards, if you don't set it, I like to set things like a game, so I have to win. Yeah. Because I want to win at life.
You've got to go in. That's the whole point of it, playing, isn't it?
Then what ends up happening is you don't make the time for these things, or you'll get a phone call from someone that's finished work on like 2 o'clock on a Thursday, fancy come down to beer garden for a couple of ciders, and you'll go, well, I'm self-employed, I go down there. No, you need to boss yourself. If you're not where you want to be yet, you need to focus for that time and be like, look, I've got a schedule. Like, I have an Excel spreadsheet. And on there, it's all colour-coded. I even schedule in my workouts, I schedule in my downtime, I schedule in education, calls, emails, content, podcasts, whatever it may be. So if someone messages me and says, fancy a Swift one down the pub, I'm like, sorry, mate, can't do it because I'm working for the next 2 hours on my social media.
But I'll see you down in a couple of hours or something.
I'll see you down in a couple of hours, yeah. Because what ends up happening is you lose that time,
you do.
You've got to pay it back.
You put it down.
You've got to pay it back. It's like if you skip that workout, you're now another week away from your goal.
Yeah, cool, sure.
If you skip that, I don't know, whatever it may be, like that meal or whatever, you're now another week away from your goal.
Diet, yeah.
So you've got to kind of just schedule it in each time.
You've got to be regimented.
And regiment and having a routine helps. Having a daily routine that you do. Spoke about it before. I shared a sheet with you, didn't I?
It's good,
about your daily tasks.
It's really good.
We'll refine that together and add more to it. Because there's plenty more that I want to add to that.
No, it's brilliant. And it's an accountability sheet. And that's a big thing. That's a big thing. It can be doctored. You've got to have accountability.
And it's a ritual. So like you said, whether you... Yeah, massively. So like whether you meditate in the mornings, you go for a run, you sit on a toilet, Instagram, whatever it may be, have a morning routine. Something that you just do every morning for yourself, because what you do every single day slowly becomes you. It's like brushing your teeth. If you want healthier teeth and gums, you brush your teeth twice a day, and eventually they get healthier. You don't brush your teeth for 3 hours straight and get healthier teeth and gums. Yeah. You don't go to the gym for 8 hours straight and get a six-pack. It just doesn't happen. It's all about repetition. And that's going to change your state. That's going to change what you're putting out as in intentions. You can set yourself daily tasks, even if it's 0 to 1, and you can then start slowly taking action. But the thing is to go back to that childlike mentality. Act a little bit stupid as well. Act a little bit crazy. Because the Wright brothers, if someone said, look, I'm going to go up in the sky with the birds, you'd go, you're fucking mental, you're crazy, you're stupid. But by them being crazy, by them being stupid, being positive, but mad positivity, that's what got them up there. Because the person that's over-analytical, thinks about too much, puts it off and says, no, it isn't going to happen. So when you do think of something you want to do, like I want to run my first 5K, or I want to shed my first 10 pounds, or I want to run a marathon, I want to start this new business venture, don't think, just do. Because even if you give your brain like a nanosecond, it's going to give you a million reasons why you can't do it, why it won't work, why it shouldn't happen. We've just built that way to overanalyse and say, well, what if the market isn't strong enough? Or what if I fall over? Or what if it's raining outside? Or
what if you don't? What if you do? You know what I mean? That's it.
And then you become a what if.
Yeah.
Or you become... Or you become a kind of. Yeah. I actually wrote an email today. Yeah, shoulda, coulda, woulda. I wrote an email today. I say, are you a kind of? I kind of want to have a go at fitness. I kind of want to do this diet. 50%. I kind of want to try this. I kind of do. And if you keep kind of doing stuff, you're going to kind of get results. It's not going to happen. You need to change what you're doing right now, even if it's just one small thing each day. Just laying in a new habit each week. Even when it comes to weight loss, I say to my clients, don't worry about the 30 things that you need to do right now to get you in a B. Just think about the first one.
Yeah, one, yeah.
Just try today. Don't worry about drinking 3 litres of water today. Just drink 300 ml.
Just drink, yeah, that's it.
Can I add juice to it? As long as it's fucking water, add what you like. It's better than 3 espressos and a full fat Coke and a fag. All right? Go and do that. Baby steps, bit by bit, bit by bit. Before you know it, this can relate to business, this can relate to health. You're 10 weeks down the line and you've got 10 new habits. 10 new habits, 10 new rituals, 10 new things to action. Do you think you're maybe going to be 10 times more likely to achieve what you've set out to do? And once again, it's quietening the outside voices, not listening to the opinions. Another thing that I'm doing lately is checking what I consume as well. So what am I consuming on a daily basis? If you're consuming everything, so negativity, social media, newspapers, friends, your situation, work, social circle.
And are you procrastinating, or are you busy or just active?
Yeah, and is that actually contributing to you not achieving what you want? Which is like, well, do you know what I did recently? I actually started doing it yesterday afternoon. I've dropped nearly 400 followers on my Instagram, okay? I'm not following 400 people now. And it's not because I'm hating on them, it's not because I don't like them, it's not because I don't support them, but they're not in alignment with who I am as a person, what I'm trying to achieve.
Your values.
My values, yeah.
Your core, yeah.
You know, we're all going to follow that crush we've got, fit this model, actress and all that, but it's not doing anything for me. But if they inspire me, I'm keeping them. You've got friends that are male or female, so the opposite sex, or they're the same sex, but if they're not inspiring me, or they're not making me feel happy or make me feel good, if all they keep doing is whinging and moaning every single fucking day, that, you know, you've always got that one person that's like, anyone got any work? Anyone got any labour this week? It's like, week after week, it's just like, right, okay. Or they're just always putting out negative energy or hanging their dirty washing out in public.
That's the big one for me.
I'm kind of like, look, it's no offence, I'm not hating, it's not like I don't support you or like you, but that's what I'm consuming. So if I scroll through my Instagram feed now, all I'm seeing is like Dwayne The Rock Johnson smashing it. A fitness model talking about food.
That man, every day. And
I'm seeing all my friends crushing it and being happy and pictures of their kids and their newborns and all sorts of stuff like that. And it's like, what I'm consuming is great. Even down to like the type of TV I'm watching, the type of music I'm listening to, then the food I'm taking in, the people I spend time with. You know, I'm so fucking grateful for like the family I've got, like you're my cousin, the people I work with, the busy men, you know, I've got all of like the kind of exercise and food in check. So I'm inspiring them. But they're inspiring me because they've got the families that I want. They've got the wife and the kids that I want. They've got the balance of their job that I want, the success and the income that I'm working towards. So I'm adding something to the table and so are they. And we're working together. And it's just things like that. And going back to what it says, it's just don't worry about what everyone else thinks of you. Don't worry about failing because you just got to keep going forward, and make sure that you love this thing and you're going to enjoy doing it every day. If you don't enjoy what you're doing, if you hate painting walls, don't start a paint and decorating business, all right? But if you love chopping wood, become a lumberjack or whatever it may be, okay? Because it don't matter how many trees you chop down, how much sawdust you get in your eyes, how many jobs are counted, you'll be like, I fucking love chopping down trees. All right, and that sounds so stupid, I've gone way off of context, but you will keep doing it.
Big up the lumberjack.
You know, people say to me, you're fucking crazy getting up at 4:20 in the morning. Why do you do it? I get other personal trainers say it to me.
Yeah, what's the difference between getting up at 4:20 and going to bed at 8 or getting up at 5:20 and going to bed at 9?
Exactly. Great business model, great client, you earn well, it's inspiring. I'm like, well, why don't you do it, motherfucker?
But in your mind, though, do you not feel...
fuck that. Getting up, and it's like, well,
but why?
You can't have it then. It's
I see those people that look like on the train in the morning. I see them, they look like they rolled out of bed onto the train.
Oh, yeah.
Literally.
Put their suit on the night before and just went to sleep.
Literally. But, like, for me, I feel like...
Wallace and Gromit. You're getting wrong trousers. Fucking knocks themselves down,
For me, I feel like I'm up early before anyone else is. There's no distraction. That's why I used to like working nights quite a lot when I was an engineer, when I was young, because you go into London. London's an awesome place. I love that city. Right?
Yeah,
in the day, in the night, there's always something happening. And I've worked there and lived there for years, and like, I still see things each day that I'd never seen before. Still see that. Things that still wow me.
And when you look around, when you're not staring at a screen or staring at your feet.
And you want to see, you're going to miss the beauty of what's there. I mean, some people don't like it, some people don't like to see it. For me, I love it, and I want to see, and I want to take in everything. And every day there's something new. It's just, for me, it's like, and like what I was saying is, when you go up to London in the evening, there's less traffic, there's less people. You can move around like, but it's also still just as buzzing. Different type of life, like, and I used to love that. I used to love that fact that I'm working when everyone else is asleep.
Yeah.
Or I'm training when other people aren't training. Gives you almost like a mental edge. Tyson used to say it. So did Muhammad Ali. Why'd you get up at 2 a.m? Because my opponent's sleeping. I'm training while I'm sleeping, and that makes me feel like you're resting. I'm training. I'm gonna beat you.
Yeah.
you want to talk about mental toughness and readiness and action. That fella, like, mentally, he beat his opponents without even throwing a punch.
Yeah.
Half of the time. And that was because of that positive attitude, right? They told him he's too small. He can't beat heavyweights. He's too small. He can't fight him. Guys who were 6'5", 6'6", and he was 5'10". He went in there and manhandled.
Oh yeah,
like animals. And I mean, these guys, big fellas, manhandled them. You know what I mean? Just ripped him to pieces because of his attitude. And he was a legit fucking killer.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And that itself is that physical. I'm not saying like go and hurt people, don't. You know what I mean? But that mental attitude, right? To what Mike Tyson was a boxer, right? And they told him you can't. Mike was like, yes, I can. You know what I mean? He was like straight in, boom, I'm going to fuck everyone.
None of my business.
None of my business. Yes, I can do it. Yes, I can. Sorry, Mike. If we ever run into each other, don't punch me or anything.
Get the kid.
Yeah, epic. He's epic. Look, watch his interview on Joe Rogan just recently.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Really good. Really, really good. Yeah, serious. But that to me is like, you know, that's a perfect example of physical and mental toughness. A man who trained himself to zone in on what he was fucking good at. Right? Not everyone is doing what they're good at. Not everyone is doing what they love. Like people who said, take a hobby and turn it into a job, and it will never be a job. You'll never work a day in your life. You know? I love what I do. I love everything that I do. Yeah. I love all the jobs that I've got, the businesses that I've got. I wouldn't do it if I didn't. I never started a business and thought, do you know what, I'm just going to do this for the money. I don't like doing it, but I'll do it for the money. I've had a couple of businesses, like recently, just folded one. And I like doing it. It was just because it was just causing a bit more stress than what it needed to. Do you know what I mean? But I didn't want to let it go because it's like you've grown something from scratch. You've nurtured it. You took action to build it, right? To build a business from scratch is hard. It's hard, right?
Of course, yeah.
You're building that brand and you're building it up, and it gets to a stage where you've put all that work in, and it's years. It's not months, not weeks. It's fucking years to get to that stage and learn and grow. And if you have to let it go, it's difficult. It's difficult to do. Yeah, it is, and it does take its personal toll. But I feel like everything that's gone wrong with it, and it's one of the only ones that I've had that's gone wrong. But I've taken a hit with a bit of money, whatever else, but I pay for lessons. The education that I got out of that business, right, and I documented it as well. I've written it down. Like I'm going to publish it as an ebook. Like of how I did it from start to finish, what happened, what didn't, you know, how it worked, how it didn't, everything from from advertising, from the fuck ups that I made early doors. You know what I mean? With advertising, that's a big one. Taught myself really well how to do AdWords, Bing, everything else, and I went in with people like Yale.com and stuff like that. Caused a lot of grief, you know. And we'll do one on advertising. That'll be the next one. We'll do it on advertising and stuff like that. Yeah, and advertising and bigging yourself up and personal brand stuff. But like for me, the lessons that I learned doing that was priceless.
Yeah, of course.
You know, everything I did wrong, everything I did right. You know, I wrote a book. I've got an ebook that I'm looking to publish just because of it. But for me, it's an education. Everything's an education. I've taken all the positives out of it. There's no negative there. You know, I'm not overly happy that I had to fold it, but there's no negative. It is what it is, and it had to happen, and that's it. And that's the progression. But I know that if I went back to it again, or every business I've done since, I've utilised the failures to create a positive. You know what I mean? Whereas I needed to do that from a start and teach myself how to advertise, teach myself how to build a website, teach myself how to market, virtual assistant, outsourcing. I used all of these things, like everything. Brilliant, superb. Utilised them wrong at first, and as it progressed on, it changed. I had a CRM software and invoicing and everything else like that. All of these things I learned by mistakes. It was just failure after failure after failure after failure, but I felt better each time.
Of course, yeah.
And I listened, and the biggest thing, feedback, massive. Asking people, what do you think? What does it need? People come back to me saying, oh, our invoices have this on it, or ours have this, or oh, we used to do it like this, and you go, oh, okay, I'll do it like that. Building it up. like seeing what people did before, how they do it. Listen to your client's feedback.
Yeah,
right?
you need to not get defensive and actually
That's it.
invite the feedback in, because it's going to help you, because it's seen from a different perspective.
You have to take criticism.
You're going to be like stubborn and think you're right and your ego's going to get in the way, but you need to remove that.
Can't be.
So that, because you can learn. Like, even if someone isn't even an expert in your field, we ask people all the time about like our bootcamp membership, our gym and so on. These people don't have anything to do with fitness, no background, but we are so open to the feedback.
You've got to.
Because they'll say, oh, well, I think you could do with like more rest or a few more of this exercise or that. And like, okay, we're the experts, but we shouldn't be like, well, yeah, we're right, blah, blah, blah. We just say, right, we're going to take that forward because you can see it from a different side. You're non-biased. Because naturally you're going to protect your business and your efforts, because you think, I've taken all that time, it can't be me, it can't be that. You're looking for somewhere else to point the finger.
You can't see it that way.
And that's what I think sometimes good. Like, having a coach is great.
Oh, it is, definitely.
And if you do invest into a coach or a mentor, then you do, like we said,
but
you want a return on an investment. Yeah, you need the right coach, but don't do what some people do. Some people invest into a coach or mentor already knowing that they're not going to put in the work. And because they're all, once again, fearful from taking
action with no commitment. Action with no commitment. That's the worst. Because you're just wasting your money and your time.
Is at the end of it, they've got someone else to blame for their failure. And I get that. I've had that a lot before.
What, blaming the coach?
Blaming the coach, yeah. Because what they're doing is, like, once again, they're fearful. Fear, false evidence appearing real. Yeah, F-E-A-R, all right. But they're fearful of failure. They know that they're not going to. Some people just know they're not going to do the work. You could offer it to them on a plate.
Do you think it's because they paid for it? They feel like there's a validity for
it has to work.
Get it not for free. I've paid for it. You've got to expect it to give to me. But that's where accountability, one of your big words you always fucking say to me, that's where it comes in. You have to be accountable for your own actions. If you get an online course, or you have a mentor, right? He's a mentor. And a coach is there to guide you, not do it for you. That's how it works.
Exactly.
And a good coach will just guide you, right?
Yep.
That's it. If you're in a hole, right, someone can pass you a shovel or a ladder. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's it. Yeah. And you want the guy who's going to pass you the ladder. He's not going to physically pull you out of the hole. That's your education.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. You're in the fucking sand pit.
I got kicked out of it. I got kicked out of the Facebook group last year, and it was called the Fit Pro Mentor Review Group. So this was.
Oh, is this different? Yeah,
so this was
reviewing.
Fit Pro Mentor. So this was just for fitness professionals.
For people to bitch.
Yeah, it could be anything.
A forum for bitching.
It was literally a bunch of it was just a load of moany, bitchy personal trainers, right? And
actual trainers.
Personal trainers. So all of these personal trainers have invested into a coach or a mentor, and I get it. There are some shitty coaches and mentors out there. There are these like 6 weeks to 6-figure gurus and all that bollocks.
If you've got to, don't buy anything from someone who's never done anything.
Exactly.
And anyone who's worth their salt can prove that.
But going back to my original point, of course they will. And they'll give a money back guarantee, they'll coach you along the way, and they'll lay in accountability. Because the reason why you lay in accountability is because it's not because I want to be in a pain in the arse and I want to give you more work to do. It's because I want to make sure you do that work, because that's going to produce that result. You can only
help someone who will help themselves.
Yeah, but that will produce that result. Yeah. If they don't do it, then there's your like.
They've got to take action. They have to do it. No one's going to do it for them.
But these guys in this group, right? They've had multiple coaches. Some of them I hadn't heard of, so they may be shit. I don't know. But I've had about 4 to 5 business coaches in the last 4 years, and I've had massive results from everyone.
Yeah, but you've researched the guys that you've got.
Yeah, I've researched.
And everyone you've had is.
I've also taken action, and I've just done what they've said. I've not listened to that inner voice saying like, it's going to be hard, it's going to be cringy, it's going to be difficult.
Good.
Just fucking do it.
Good, it's going to be hard.
But these people are like, okay, writing a comment like, I don't know, so-and-so coach was shit, he took $5,000 from me, I didn't get any results, blah, blah, blah.
You did get a result. You did get a result. You learned that jumping into something with both feet and testing the water with both feet like a fucking idiot, right, without doing your research, without finding out what's going on, right, you just literally gave away $5,000.
But this is the
like
thing, even if he had done his research.
That's what someone should have said to him, called him out on his bullshit.
This is what I said to him, right? Because I was part of that mentorship group as well. Maybe not his one, but I had the same one, right? And then I posted in the group, oh, was this so-and-so's Fit Pro Mastery course? And he was like, yeah. And there was like 50-odd comments saying, oh, yeah, fucking hell, they're all shit, do it yourself, blah-de-blah.
Half of these people trolling and saying it's shit probably haven't even been on the fucking course.
And I was like, I just went, I did that back in 2016 or 15. And I took that 5k investment and I made like 60 grand in a year.
And then they're like, he's a troll, he's got to be a liar and everything.
And then there was another one saying, oh, right, I visited into this other coach and he promised me this and that and the other. I was like, I just kept calling them out on it, right? And it wasn't there like to lick these other coaches up because you have to be reviewed. You have to be reviewed to get in the group, so they couldn't get in it. But I was just like, guys, look, you're obviously not doing the work. You're obviously not doing this, that, and the other. Because look, if you've only invested $5,000 in yourself, are you expecting to get back $1 million a year income? Fuck off, really? Come on.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? It's like if you pay for a 15.
What are they expecting?
If you pay for a £15 gym membership, what are you actually thinking for a return? If you pay £200 for a family membership at a big health club, then you're going to get a return. If you invest $2,000 into a 6-month coaching program with a trainer, of course you're going to get VIP treatment. But you get back what you put in. And I was saying to these guys, like, this other one, I said, look, okay, right, I didn't make X, Y, Z amount of money. But you know what? I learned so much more about myself, time management, business skills, this, that, and the other. So the return I got was tenfold. The same with your health and fitness. It's not just about losing weight, losing inches, getting a six-pack. It's like if you've rebuilt your relationship with your partner, you're more of a better father to your children, you're getting a promotion at work.
Then you get something out of it.
You did get something out of it. So anyway, because I wasn't defending these trainers, I was more calling them out and saying, well, you obviously done fuck off.
So the admin kicked you out.
So I got kicked out of the group. But it's the same thing, like I've had...
Everyone wants something for fucking free.
Yeah, they do.
Everyone loves what you do until they got to pay for it as well. Yeah. That's another fucking big one.
Yeah.
People don't want to pay for it. People want everything for free. Whether it be physical, whether it be mental or anything else. And someone said it, I can't remember who it is, I'm sorry, my mind's turned to shit, right, is that someone said if you want to please everybody, sell fucking ice cream.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You ain't going to please everybody.
No.
There's a niche of people you're going to please.
Yeah.
That's it.
You're best to specialise in things that you do. You want to just shop a niche and be exclusive. So that, only certain people can be with you.
But you don't want certain people on your course as well, though. You want people who are going to take action. You're going to get you're going to get trolls, plenty of people out there just chatting bollocks constantly. And most of these people, right, don't have anyone to call them on their bullshit.
No.
That's the key, right? Accountability. Again, taking that right, you turn around and go, yeah, well, there was this course, right, and I went on it and it was shit and everything else, and someone turns around and goes, no, you didn't even fucking go on it, you read 2 reviews on it, you didn't even do the course, you're talking bullshit like that, call them out and they're like, oh, well, maybe.
Well, I get it as a trainer.
But if they don't have anyone to call them on it, they believe that that's the way it should be. That's their rhetoric, because no one's calling them on it. They're on their own. They're the worst kind of people, the worst kind of fucking trolls.
Yeah, of course they are. And they're the ones that, once again, they're probably not in too much financial pain to invest into it, whether it's a trainer, a coach, a mentor, personal trainer, whatever it is. So they pay it anyway, and knowing full well they're not going to do the work, so at the end of it they can blame someone else and be like, well, no, it isn't me, the reason why I'm overweight or I'm not successful, it's this fucker. And that's what they do. I've had clients in the past, and obviously I get more results from my clients than losses, but what happens is I've had people in the past where I lay in that accountability. If you sign up for 12 weeks of coaching, each week you're getting an email, and each email is giving you tasks to do, and each of these tasks to do are for you to become accountable. It could be giving me a food diary, it could be posting in a Facebook group, it could be showing me pictures of your meals, it could be this, it could be that. What it does, it creates that urgency for them to do it. It gives them a task to do, and by them doing it, not fabricating it, that's going to move them a step forward towards where I want to be. It's creating a new habit. And secondly, if after 6 weeks or 12 weeks they're going to ask me for a refund because they didn't lose any weight or feel fitter or stronger, it gives me my kind of safety net, or my kind of up yours, because I can say, look, I've had it before. They've gone, 4 weeks in, I haven't lost any weight, this, that, and the other, all that bollocks. And I go, right, can you show me a food diary? You haven't sent me a food diary for 4 weeks. How do I know what you're eating? Have you watched the video to work out your BMR? Have you been following My Fitness Pal? Have you been doing this? Have you been doing that? Have you been doing all the accountability things? Have you been following the diet? Have you been doing that? If not, what can I do to help you as well? Instead of just shifting the blame onto them, because they're quick to shift it onto you, it's like, tell me what I can do to motivate you. Tell me what other angle. What aren't I giving you right now?
Yeah.
But if you give them the earth, they still don't fucking want it. I remember one of them, their husband took a picture of them, at like 3 a.m. on a Tuesday night, passed out on the floor from drinking gin all night, and you're wondering why you didn't get a fucking result because you didn't put in the work, you know. And yeah, as coaches, as mentors, as gurus, or whatever you want to fucking call them, we need to have an ability to be able to coach people, to be able to call them out, to be able to find out what is their best teaching tactic and to keep them on track. But if you are doing everything that you can only lead a horse to water.
Yeah, that's right. You can't
make it drink. And sometimes you just got to give enough people rope. You really do.
You're not going to please everybody.
No.
That group and that gang sounds like that you got thrown out. It sounds like it was the best thing that cost. That admin.
Oh, there was another group I was on as well.
This is just a group of people. Right, that have got that negative attitude, right? And just like positives and negatives, they flock together. They gravitate to each other because if you're positive and someone's sitting there talking bullshit and bringing everyone down, I cut it out of my life.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't talk to you, you're doing fucking it, I'm gone. That's it. I can't have you bring me down like that. I'm a very positive person, everything else. The only people who want to listen to that is other people that bitch. Like, I read something the other day about the brain, which, you know, essentially, like, I went through like this talk and everything else. If you say to someone, like, I don't like them, every day, right, the brain learns.
Yeah, of course.
It doesn't discriminate. It learns. So if someone then turns around and goes, oh, I don't like them, don't like them, don't like them, don't like them, all of a sudden your brain triggers and learns not to like that person, even though you don't think. So it's the same principle of all these naysayers. And negative, like, it's constant, you know? But, yeah. It's like, if there was a room with fumes in it, right? Toxic fumes or some sort of gas or something like that, you wouldn't fucking stay in there, would you? No. And inhale it and let it engulf you. You'd get the fuck out, or you'd open a window. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's the whole point. It's the same principle. So why would you sit in a room with somebody who's like just constantly just bitching and just bringing you down, and you just think, oh my God, you know what I mean? You just wouldn't do it. You'd rather listen to something positive. You'd rather listen to something happy. You'd rather do something that you enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't want that sense of melancholy. You know, nobody does.
Yeah.
But saying that nobody does, some people thrive on it. Some people thrive on drama. We all know somebody who's got to have some sort of drama, got to have an argument, got to have a row with somebody. We all know people.
So true.
You know?
Yeah.
But why do you want to put yourself through that? But some people have got that mentality. It's the same as those courses you're talking about. That's it. You know, these are people, a group of people that want something for nothing, that have gravitated to each other for that reason, just to have something for nothing.
Yeah, it's that sense of entitlement as well.
What, like I deserve this, or is that the why always me?
And it's like, even just like, you know, I don't know, like, why didn't you invite me to your party? Even just that phrase.
Yeah.
Like, well, why should I? Do you know what I mean? It's like you feel like you're entitled to something. People nowadays, not all of them, and I'm not trying to, you know, segregate to a certain age group or whatever it may be, but you probably see it around you. They just have a huge sense of entitlement and they have a huge lack of gratitude. It's all these little things. It's like not feeling entitled like you deserve it. We need to stop giving people a medal for coming last as well as first. Teach people that it's a big, wide world out there and it's a big, bad world, and it will swallow you up and spit you out. It really will. You've got to grind. You've got to hustle. You've got to be able to get like this thick rhino skin. I am so thank you for every shitty day I had when I was a labourer. Because I quit college.
Appreciate it. Yeah,
every day my boss, right, my old boss, Lee, he was funny. Like, he literally like helped me get tough skin, like rhino skin. And I think it's one of the reasons why I can take knockbacks and people objecting to what I do and rejection every single day, because I welcome the rejection because I'm slowly going to turn someone around into a win. But he used to just literally tell me every day, like, you know, he'd take the mick, he'd try and paint me with the primer brush. He used to throw his tea bags at me every day. Every day, right? So he had one of them flasks, right? He had about 5 or 6 tea bags in his flask. I'm drinking out of a flask now, you can hear. And somehow he'd get me every day as well. You know, like when someone used to like put their finger on your chest and then whack your nose as you look down? Right? He used to get every single day. So it'd be the end of the day and he'd finished his tea and he had these ropey old, cold, fucking mouldy tea bags in it, right? And I'll be clearing up. Like, he'd go, Russell, I'll go, what? Turn around, boom, slap the tea bags in my face. I'll build a bit of scaffolding 6 foot below him. He'd go, Ross, I go, what? Look up. boom, teabags in the face. He'd go, Russ, what's up? He'd have like orange primer, paint my face orange. You know, when I used to do asphalt with him, so asphalt's like these bricks that they melt, if you don't know, in a massive pot underneath a massive Bunsen burner, and it turns into like a black porridge. Yeah. And it's extremely hot. So you have to work on your knees a lot, like laying this on the floor. So while I'm working on my knees, on the back of my...
flat roofs?
Yeah, on flat roofs, yeah. On the back of my heel, every now and then, he'd lay a bit of asphalt. And because I wouldn't feel it because of the boots, but when you sit back on your heels to clean out your bucket, you burn your arse. But most people, after being calling like...
You can laugh about it.
Yeah, like after being calling names every day, tea bags thrown at you, painted with a primer bar, your arse being burned, you know, all sorts of things. Throwing the bog roll away when you need a shit, you know, also locking you in the toilet. But if you can get through that, all that sort of stuff is happening to you every day when you don't even realise it. And it's getting that tough skin and going after what you deserve. And as you say, surrounding yourself with the best. You are the average of the most people that you spend the most time with. People are always going to hate. Haters are going to hate. Potatoes are going to potato. You know, it's one of those things. But one other
Skaters
thing,
are going to skate.
Skaters are going to skate. But also, if you do want to get to the top of your game, please don't climb on people to get there.
No, because...
Don't climb on others, yeah? You'll always see...
They say that, they run a ladder, because you don't fuck about on their way up, because you might have to pass them on the way back down.
Exactly. If you fall down the bottom, them fuckers are there waiting for you. And they won't lend you a helping hand.
No.
It's all about collaboration, helping others, because what you put out is what you get back in. And going back to that woo-woo stuff that we were talking about, all the fluffy shit.
Woo-woo.
About positive energy, about doing things for others and being a servant leader and, you know, putting good energy out in the world, right? This might just be me, but maybe do this for like a week or so and just see if this pattern happens, right? I get it when I'm driving, right? We can get road rage, can't we? And we're always in a rush. We're always going somewhere fast. We always have to be somewhere either on time, but time's fucking infinite, isn't it? You know, if you don't make it, you don't make it. And we won't let that person out. And if we was in their person's shoes, we want to be let out and so on, right? And what I try to do all the time, no matter what I'm doing, and I'm kind of like proving to myself that this law of attraction works and good energy breeds good energy, right? So I've got like 3 miles to get to work, whatever it may be. And the first person I see to let out, I'll let them out. I'll follow them for a while. And do you know what they'll do? They'll let someone else out. And do you know what will happen after that?
They'll let someone else out. That's what I said.
And it happened a few times.
Telling someone they're beautiful and everything else,
People feel fucking crazy when I say it. But it does happen.
It's true.
Try this, guys. For the next week, from now till next, what are we on today? Wednesday. Okay, Wednesday the 13th, of Feb. The next week, even if you're in a rush, whatever you're doing, let someone out, let someone cross the road, give someone a smile, give someone a nod, someone a compliment.
Tell them how beautiful they are. Tell them they've got nice shoes. You've got beautiful eyes, whatever. Don't be creepy. But like, you know.
Yeah. Don't be that. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy.
Don't be creepy. You got to put it, mate.
Yeah, that's how I like your blouse. Don't say that.
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Just be nice. Just tell someone. So like, you know, oh, have you got the time or whatever? Just say, well, your hair's nice or whatever. Like, you know, just say you got really nice eyes. You got a lovely smile. And walk off. Don't be creepy and start staring for 10 minutes. You know what I mean? That's it. But you know, I'm not asking you to like buy a cucumber or a sausage and just make eye contact with somebody while you're eating or anything.
Who does that? I have no idea who does that. No. Fucking hell. I've seen imagery. But going back to taking action as well, one thing helps as well. We say, look, take imperfect action, because it does work. Make up as you go along. Fake it till you make it. Or jump off the cliff and build a parachute all the way down. All that stuff we're saying. But also, sometimes planning ahead can help. But just having a plan. And writing down things as well.
Yeah,
I always like I like to write things because we have something in the brain that associates when we form letters. Remember that little pen that had the light on the end of it? Up, down, round, and flick.
Oh my god!
It was on a blackboard.
Whiz-bit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
This the way. Oh my
and it was like a big red pen with a white light on the back of it. Well, when we learn to form those letters, this is only what I've learned and read into. We have something in the brain. I think it's in the cerebral part, or maybe the hypothalamus. I'm not too sure. But that makes it 7 times more likely to happen if you write it down. So if you write these goals
down. That's part
of
repetition, though, isn't it? Like,
part of repetition.
It goes back like when the teacher says it, writes it on the board. That says it is one time you've got it through your head. write on the board second time, then you've got to read it, which is the third, then you've got to write it yourself, which is the fourth.
Yeah.
So it's that repetition of by that time, it's so many layers of it in your head, it's burning its way into your knowledge.
And it really will. And it will if you write stuff down. It's a really funny thing, like...
I take notes.
I went to my
read
parents
and take notes.
Yeah.
I've got some... And then most of those notes get over-elaborated on, and I turn them into blog posts.
Yeah. Oh, well, I went with my missus to my parents recently. I can't remember what I was trying to find, because I was living there for a while. When I was trying to work my way up, I had to move back with my parents. I had to strip back on the shiny thing. Sometimes you got, like, you know, live like you're broke to make a way in life rather than living like you're rich, because it'll eventually make you broke.
That's why rich people stay rich, isn't it?
Well, what happened was, like, I found this black book just with, like, lined pages. Like, fuck, I remember this book. This is the first book I bought 4 years ago when I started my personal training business before it turned into the multi-level coaching business I've got now. And my missus was like, can we read it? I was like, I'm really intrigued.
This is your notes.
I already knew what was kind of in there.
Yeah. Journey.
And I wrote, like, my perfect day, and then I wrote, like, how my finances would look. I wrote how I want my business to look. I wrote how I want my relationships to look, so, like, with my parents and all that. Why I'm doing this, how my relationship would be with someone, because at the time I was single and so on. And she read it all, and she's only known me for 5-6 months now.
That's a journey.
And this was 4 years ago, and she said, babe, you've achieved like 80 to 90% of that.
Yeah.
And she said, did you really write that? It's like you're predicting the future from writing that 4 years ago. It's like, but it's because I set
your
intentions.
Focus, that's your goal. That's your plan.
That is like the law of attraction. That was my affirmation of attracting and sending it out, but also laying in, like, written down the actions. So get a piece of paper if you've been holding back for ages.
Your own commandments, basically.
Yeah, you're scared to take action. You're fearful of failure, whatever it is. So start writing it down first.
Yeah.
How do you want your finances to look in the next 90 days?
Yeah.
Or in the next year? It's nice to work in blocks of 3 months, you know, work in quarters. But you can have an end year goal or whatever it may be. How do you want your relationship to look with who you've already currently got, who you want? How do you want your finances to look? How do you want your body to look and feel? All those sort of things. Write them down. Write down why you want to do this and who you're doing this for. Get really clear on
what
it.
are you scared
Are you
of?
doing it for your children?
Why are you not doing it?
Own it.
What I want and
Own
why
it.
I haven't done it so
own it.
far.
Write down
What's
your fucking
stopping
barriers
you?
as well.
Yeah.
Write down your barriers. But once you've wrote down
Yeah.
your barriers, write down your solutions.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give you the solutions and no one else is.
No, you've got to dig.
You've got to dig
in as to why you said no.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, watch that film Yes Man. You've seen that?
Yeah,
Brilliant,
yeah,
very
I love
funny. But it's based on a book and a real thing. Like how your life and the opportunities open up when you just say yes. I'm not saying like someone goes, do you want to go smash something? Yes. Do you want to go do this? Yes. No, it's not the point. Things that you would normally have said no to, or do you want to go and rock climbing? Oh, no. Yes. Look at the opportunity, because what it is it's about putting yourself to agree to be in situations that you normally wouldn't, to see what happens, right? Because stop stopping yourself from being who you could be, and be who you want to be. And you really got to think about it. That all that's stopping you is you.
Yeah.
There's nothing to fear but fear itself, and fear is just a 4-letter word, like you said.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? There's nothing stopping you, nothing at all. Like, and when you realise that, and you're not bothered, right? Because other people, like, you might be worried about what other people think, but when other people do it, the first thing you think is, "Oh, I'd love to do that, but I don't think I could." Why? Why couldn't you? Why not? What difference it make? What, because you're too shy? Or because you're too quiet, or you're too loud, or you're too quick, or you're too slow, whatever? Then don't be. Be something else. Try out. You are you. You can be whoever you want to be. You can re-educate yourself. You know, you grew up with your family, and if you grew up in England, you speak English, right? And you might sit there and go, "I'd like to learn Spanish." But if you grew up in Spain with a Spanish family, you'd speak Spanish.
Yeah.
Your mind and your brain can grow and learn. It loves to learn. That's what it's there for. We can learn complex mathematics, complex words, complex equations, songs, write fucking symphonies, write plays, write shows, write. You could write a fucking sonnet. You could write a book. Do you know what I mean? That is not beyond you. If one person can do it, so can you. You know, but it might take them longer, but so fucking be it.
But you've got to look right now. You're already doing so well.
Yeah.
You are where you are right now. You are where you are right now because that's where you're meant to be.
Yeah.
You are where you're right now because that's where you're meant to be. And it's true. Whether you like that situation or not, you are where you're right now because of all the actions that you've done in the past. Once again, taking ownership, like we always say, on what you've done. Saying, look, it's fucking me, hold my hands up. But you are right now, we are right now, because this is where we're meant to be.
That's right.
And it's taking ownership on that, but also congratulate yourself saying, look, you've done a fucking good job so far. So, you just said if you grew up in Spain, you speak Spanish, but you do have the mental capacity, you have the brain capacity to
learn,
expand your knowledge. But you've learned so much already.
That's right.
You've learned how to use a computer. You've learned how to use a mobile phone. My mum, I taught her to text. It's like 6 months ago, you couldn't WhatsApp. She still sends the wrong emojis, which is a bit weird at times. But, she would send a crying face instead of a laughing face. But she can now text and she can now internet shop. She couldn't do that
You're
6 months ago.
teaching yourself something.
Some new skill.
But if you had an accident and they said, right, you're never going to walk again, and all of a sudden someone turned around and said to you, right, oh, you can walk, but you're going to have to train yourself. Would you just go, nah, do you know what, I'm right in a wheelchair? You fucking wouldn't, would you? You'd get up and you'd start training yourself to do it. But the reason you do it is because you've already done it once, you can do it again. Well, you can reteach yourself anything.
Of course.
You can teach yourself anything. You teach yourself piano, the guitar, it is not above you. There's nothing
we're
you
all the same.
do.
We're not special.
Yeah.
We're all the same.
Exactly.
But some people are just willing to do it and some aren't.
Some people are more academic than others. Some people can draw better than others.
Yeah.
But you can train yourself. All it is hand-eye coordination. Everybody has a skill.
Yeah.
It's whether you're willing to wanna do it, and that's the action thing. You've got to want to do it. You've got to physically.
It's not a need. It's not a must. It's a want.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You can want it. You can crave it, and if you fucking want it bad enough, there's nothing you cannot do.
Of course.
Nothing at all.
And once you've got that fire in your belly, and hopefully getting that from this, write down how your future's going to look. And close your eyes and visualise. But visualise how you're going to feel.
Document.
Take yourself right there and go, this feels a lot better than how I'm feeling now. Use that as fire. Use that as fuel to get you to where you want to be. Visualise that and hold on to it. Because you can do it. You can move on to that next step, that new task. And love the process. Find
You've
out
got to
skill.
love the process.
Yeah. And if it's something that you're passionate about, then go and do it. Don't listen to people like the naysayers. And just think to yourself, right, so if I've put myself in the future for 6 months, this is one thing a quote, is like, what would happen if you just did what you said you would do?
Yeah,
what would happen if you...
Where would you be? And
because we say we're going to do a lot of things.
Say no.
Yeah, we say we're going to do a lot of things, but we just don't do it. But if you did what you said you was going to do, you would accomplish something.
But think about this then, right? There's nothing worse than what if. There's nothing. For me, I would rather do it and fuck it up, right? And say to myself, do you know what? I went for that. I know where I went wrong. I could do it again. Then, what if I'd have taken that chance? What if I'd have gone for that job? What if I'd have spoke to that girl? What if I'd have read that paper? What if I'd have chose that stock? How many times have you done something and thought, I wish I'd have done that because I'd have won that, or I'd have done that, or I'd have think. Ain't that the worst fucking feeling in the world? That's the worst thing in the world. That hindsight.
And what is the worst that can happen?
It fucks up. Good.
Yeah, even Tony Robbins said he was trying to get a guy to get into an elevator, right? And he said, look, you're fearful of the elevator for whatever reason. He said, like, if you work backwards from the worst thing that can happen, which is death, it's not that bad. So by you going to talk to that girl or placing that stop, the worst thing that isn't going to happen is you die. If you get in that elevator, you're not going to die. You're making it out to be so much worse than it is. It's like sometimes the anxiety and the build-up and the stress of doing that action is 10 times more painful than the failure. It's like when you was a kid...
Being on the diving board.
Yeah, when you was a kid. Yeah, like being on the diving board. If you just jump
straight off, you'll jump again and again and again.
We're talking about today.
Build-up, it's fucking worse.
So about when you was a kid and used to get like fights with people and stuff like that, or it'd be like school versus school. But I don't know if you personally have, but I had it once before. There was someone like, I'm going to get you. You're going to get beats later. And it was like, for no reason, like, I don't know why you want to beat me up, I'm the new kid or whatever. But the anticipation and the fear and the anxiety of avoiding this person...
It's not the violence, it's the fear of violence.
Was 10 times more painful
prevalent,
than the punch I got in the end of the nose.
That's right.
That lasted 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It went... I had a little reminder for a couple of days, but that fucking pain of the fear of what's going to happen...
Being worried. But See, that's the thing, though, isn't it? I've said it to you before. If something happens, don't worry about it. The initial shock and the initial pain is at you, right? If you keep worrying about it, keep thinking about it, you're torturing yourself for the same reason again and again and again and again and again. Instead, switch off the whole, oh, fuck, this has happened mode and go into damage control. Start putting your fingers in holes and stopping the fucking bleeding, stopping the leak, yeah? Start thinking about how you're going to fix it. Because then you limit the amount of pain, or you lessen it, and it will go less and less and less and less. It's the same principle as if you're sitting on the sofa and you get up and you weigh yourself and you're 20 stone. Yeah. Don't start fucking moaning and go straight for the like Krispy Kreme donuts and worry about weighing 20 stone. Yeah? Start doing something about it. Piece by piece. If you look at your bank account and you've got £1 in there, go fucking do something about it. You live in an age where you can make a fortune off Instagram, or you can make a fortune off Facebook, or you can make a fortune making podcasts. Your phone in your pocket has a camera on it that is unbelievable. 4K, all this, you know, you've got everything you need to earn you money in your pocket. Everything. There's no reason for it. If you go, oh, well, I don't know how, go on fucking YouTube, it's free. Yeah? Go teach yourself. Go listen to some podcasts. They're free. That's it. Type in. If you want to learn how to market, type in marketing. You'll find it. If you want to learn how to like build up followers and then build up advertising, start and go through affiliate marketing, which is stuff that we're going to get into, you know, to start monetizing your platform and earning money. There's nothing to stop you from doing it. There's nothing to stop you from learning. Do you think like we were born and we know exactly how we do this? I taught myself how to do it. Russell taught himself how to do it. And we're out there failing every day and learning and doing it again. Just because you don't see the failure doesn't mean, like, you might see the positive side of things. You see, like, obviously the podcasts are up there and everything else. But what you don't see is the months and months and months and months and months of messing it up to get to the point of where you are now. You just see the tip. You know what I mean? That's all you see. There could be a massive iceberg under the water. Yeah. So for two things. One, get out there and start your journey. And two, don't ridicule others for theirs. That's it. Don't hate. Appreciate. Participate. Do you know what I mean? That's it. Be you. I love it. And be the you that you want to be, not the you that other people want you to be. Don't let people... Go and be the person who you were before something dimmed your fucking shine. And go shine it again. Be fucking shiny again. What is it? What is it that stopped that? Whatever it is, go find out what it is and fucking change it. And there's no one else who can do it but you. Yeah. Fucking change it. You haven't got to sit there. You haven't got to be this unhappy person. You ain't got to be in that job. You haven't got to be in that relationship. Have the balls to cut it off and go, fuck this, fuck you, I'm not doing it no more. Okay? I'm doing something for me. I want to learn, I want to grow, and I want to be a positive influence. Even with your kids, right? Remember, you're their role model. Okay? So be more than that. Don't be scared. Yeah? Take the chance. All right, if you've got a 9-to-5 job and you can't give it up, what do you do between 5 and 9? Take an hour a day. You know what I mean? Yeah. Do something for you. Take action. Take fucking massive action. And do it. You know? You've got to be done.
Love it.
No. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this week. You know what I mean? We're talking about action, and we'll be back again next week. We're going to do, I'm not sure.
We're talking about advertising.
Oh, yeah. We might do a little bit on brand. Physical, building your brand, and doing everything else. We'll do that next time. We'll do about building your brand. But till then, I'm John. It's Russell.
Take action.
Absolutely.
Hopefully.
Massive fucking action. That's it. Go out there and do it. You know, go ahead and do it.
You're listening to the Mad Positivity Pos'Cast,
helping you find your freedom.
Broadcasting live from London.